Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? That's what you're wondering. Well, we're heading out towards an area called Secret Valley, or to give it its new name, it's now called Venus Rock. It's got a spectacular view, that's for sure. It's built halfway up a big hillside, and it looks out across the blue Mediterranean Sea. So a big good morning to you. This is Mr. Paul with the Breakfast Club, or a bit of a rant, as one or two of our superstars are calling it. It's where Mr. Paul takes you with him on his travels around the wonderful island of Cyprus, normally in the area of Paphos. And there's a big sign. It says Venus Rock Golf Resort. There we go. So we're heading up. We're going under the flyover here. This is the dual carriageway that connects Paphos to Limassol, and we're going to work our way up into the area known as Venus Rock, or to us people who've lived in Cyprus for a while, we still refer to it as Secret Valley. It's got a golf course and a lot of villas, so that's what we're going to go and have a look at. The superstar known as Ian the Butcher, who lives in downtown Frodsham, he's got a beautiful wife called Miss Beverly, and he's a bit of a gangster. He likes to batter the 7 bells out of a pork chop or a fillet steak on a Friday afternoon, that's for sure. Anyway, he's looking at buying a villa up here, so he's told me to go and have a quick look and give him my opinion. So what's my opinion of Secret Valley? I think it's a very nice place to live. Got lots of customers up here. My only concern would be that it is, by Cyprus terms, if you understand me, around 20 minutes from Paphos, and the nearest shop is in Kuklia village. That's a good, by the time you get into your car and stuff, you're talking 10 minutes. But of course, if you want to play golf, well, there's a golf course literally on your doorstep. So depends on what your priorities are. And it's a nice quiet area. There's not that many people racing around, although I bomb around here now and again, and we come up here now and again and steal people's cars, because there's an awful lot of expats living up here. Primarily they're British. There's 1 or 2 Russians. There's a couple of Germans up here, I know that, and a few Swissies as well. So it's quite a mix, and they're quite a friendly bunch as well. I've never met a grumpy one up here yet, so there must be something about the higher altitude air, and of course the great views down to the blue Mediterranean Sea. So we're going to head up here, and I think just up in a bit we're going to take a left, and we're going to go into a slightly less populated area of Secret Valley, as we call it, and we're going to go and see if we can find this villa that he's thinking about buying. So I think we go down here, let's take a left. And if you're wondering about the road service, if your name is Lady so sweet Caroline, and you've got a husband called Lord Nigel Big Guns, well, if I was you, I'd quickly grab yourself a memory foam pillow, and I'd pour him, well, I think a bottle full, to be honest, because the road surface, I thought Paphos was bad, but they started building this housing estate, because that is what it's called, isn't it? It's not market posh estate for people like to golf. And they started building it probably around about 19 years ago now. So some of the roads are in a state of disrepair, shall we say. So anyway, let's keep going. And there's a lot more building to go on up around here, as you can see, because there's not actually that many properties. I mean, the plan is to build absolutely everywhere, obviously. I think we keep going. I'll let you know in a second, shall we say. I'm going to get me bearings. Yeah, things a bit further up, because I've actually got a customer who lives on this corner here, believe it or not. This chappie here lives here, right in that corner, and the house that the gentleman is looking at is this one right here. So there you go, Ian the Butcher. That's the one you're thinking about buying. Nice swimming pool on the back, nice, clean, well presented villa. Put some hedging around, doesn't it, or a fence, create a bit of privacy. You've got a decent driveway, and I'm sure they'll allow you to put a canopy up. You could probably get 2 cars on there. Let's go down here a little bit, shall we, and see where we come out, because there's a lot of houses on this part, and the only concern I would have is across the road. Remember, as time goes on, they are going to build more and more. That's a customer of mine there as well. There we go. Got quite a few customers on here. And there's a lot of gardening going on at this time of year on Secret Valley. That's where all the leaves are on the road. Pretty much everywhere you look, there's a gardening van. Oh, that's a pothole. Whoa, Dizzy Blonde. Did you feel that one? That was a pothole, that was for sure. Nice area though, really is a nice area. And as I say, primarily it's expats from various different countries. There's some building work going on there. So here we are, we're back round. Let's go up this way a little bit, because the man that built this is called Aristo Developers, by the way. And I think at one stage it was the biggest housing development in Paphos, although I think that's been surpassed now by just up the road, one-upmanship, in the Aphrodite Hills Resort. And again, they've got a golf resort as well. But right at the top of this resort, there is a massive, massive house. And, well, that's where the big man himself lives. And it's up this way, if I remember rightly. So let's keep going. And let's see just how much bigger his house is than yours, Mr. Ian. Because I promise you, it's a very, very big house indeed. And now and again, the security up here as well. That's another good thing about Secret Valley, by the way. There's cameras on most of the roads, and there is very, very good security, because obviously the authorities are aware that where you put foreigners, there probably is money, and where there is money, well, burglars like to come out to play, don't they? So I think if we go up this way, I think we go up towards where the big man himself lives. So let's go and have a look. He's got a Bentley, he's got a Rolls Royce, so if you do have a house on here, you'll probably know him, because he does like to drive around in it. He's on the far side over there. Let's see if we can... Oh, it's a pothole coming up. Ouch! Oof! That's a bit of a pothole. There we are. And up here, there's some multi-million euro properties, that's for sure. Let's go down this road, and I've got a feeling that this road will bring us to the rear of Mr. Aristo's house. So stick with us for a bit longer, and again, you get to go on roads you've never been on before, and you get to listen to an idiot with a blue hat and a pair of sunglasses talk absolute drivel. And of course, if your name is, well, Lady Sweet Caroline, you have these beliefs that you've been transported back in time to the 1970s. I mean, I don't think you were alive in the 1970s, so you must have been listening when you were in your mummy's belly. Yep, there we go. As predicted, that house is slightly bigger than the one that you are planning on buying, Mr. Ian, isn't it? Yes. And that house belongs to the man himself. That is the man who built all of this, and it is the house owned by Mr. Aristo Developers. So let's turn round and go back before his armed security come out and shoot us, because they're thinking we are some low-rent gangsters turning up, probably going to commit a burglary or two. So there we go. That's the experience of Venus Rock, or Secret Valley, to give it its more commonly termed use. Nice area though, isn't it? I must say. Did we come down that one or not? No, I don't think we did. See, I'm lost already. It's a big place, by the way. But of course, if you live up here, you soon familiarise yourself. And they're going to be building up here for years, by the way. I think currently there's 500 properties, and I think there's the planning permission for about 1,500 properties. But one thing's for sure, that that house that Aristo's built is a nice house. That is for sure. If you could buy that one for a bit of chump change, I'd bite his hand off, that's for sure. And I bet you that one comes with title deeds as well. But it is a very, very nice area. Mr. Ian, Miss Beverly, if you want to buy it, well, I don't think you can say a lot wrong. At a fair price, probably around 300,000, I would say that's not a bad house to buy. You're probably going to have to do one or two little improvements, maybe the bathroom, maybe the kitchen, that kind of thing. Put a carport up, put some hedging or some plumage of some description to give yourself that little bit more privacy. Or, well, there'll be a few people having a front room, I've lost my English, room seat when when the most beautiful woman from downtown Frodsham, shall we say, goes for a dip in the pool. And in fact, I might get a deck chair and sit there as well. Right, I'm going to say thanks for watching. We're going to wiggle our way back down, and we're going to go past the potential house that Mr. Ian the Butcher is thinking about buying, if I can remember where it was. Somewhere down here, wasn't it? So stick with us as you're watching idiots in a blue hat with a pair of sunglasses. It's quite sunny, so that's why I've got sunglasses on. But stick with us. I think that we came out somewhere around here, didn't we? Because this is the big Aristo roundabout. It's called the big Aristo roundabout because, you know, when you got to this, you keep going straight and you end up at Mr. Aristo's house. You see, he's not a stupid man, is he? He wanted to be able to find his way home very, very easily indeed. So let's go down this way and have a quick look. But like I was saying, you see on the other side of the road, they are starting to develop. So that would be my concern, because all the way along here, they're going to build houses. Now, if you're only coming out for holidays, not so bad. But if you're coming out to live here permanently in the very, very near future, perhaps not so good. Right, stick with us. We're going to come past, well, that's a customer of mine there as well, by the way. And that one. Got lots of customers up here, by the way. And like I say, one of my favourite customers, believe it or not, lives in this house on the corner right there. Is he in? No, he's not in. I think he's back in Newcastle, to be honest. So there it is again, Mr. Ian. That's that house that you were thinking about buying. I tell you what, people, drop it in the comments. Should Mr. Ian and Miss Beverly, the most beautiful woman in downtown Frodsham, should they buy that house? I don't think it's a bad deal. If I was them, I think I would get on a big bird or a canoe, start paddling like crazy and get over to Cyprus and have a good nosy around it and get a good lawyer. Always get a good lawyer and make sure it's an independent lawyer. Don't go with a lawyer that's recommended by the estate agent. I think you understand what I'm on about, because there could be a bit of, well, panamishing, which means understanding going on in Russian, but not for you, between the lawyer and the estate agent. So do your research, spend your money very, very wisely. But to be honest, Paphos is a spectacular place to live, and most people who come out here to live stay here for a long, long time indeed. I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe, and perhaps come back for that little bit more of my complete and utter insanity. And if you want a special video made for you, well, all you have to do is click through to our About page and, well, make it worth my while, shall we say. 4 or 5 coffees, and guess what? That video will be coming especially for you. Now, I'm pretty sure you can see in the distance, that is downtown Paphos over yonder, and the sky's blue, that sea's looking blue, so Cyprus is waiting for you. See you in the next one. But these roads are absolutely Sherlock Holmes, that's for sure. If I was you, I'd bring a tar macadamia machine with you and some black asphalt, and bring wimpy asphalt with you as well. Thanks for watching.